Hello everybody, it's TMOG217. Welcome to a LEGO minifigures unboxing and review. Take a look at 6 of the latest Disney minifigure lineup, which is the set number 71038, the 100th anniversary Disney CMFs. There are 18 to collect in these series and released officially on May the 1st. And who knows how many pieces, each figure is different. Anyway, let's crack open our first bag, shall we? Alright, here we have bag number 1. Now, admittedly, I did grab a full case of these, but I'm only looking for specific ones, so this whole video is just going to be seeing if I got the ones I'm looking for. Let's see. Alrighty, I think we're so far on the right track. You got a hair piece. Let's see, can we grab another piece to confirm who it is? That's a dog, alright. Looks like we got Miguel. Alright, so, yeah, it is confirmed. Our first minifigure is Miguel. Now, this figure is really detailed, actually. It comes with Dante, and his skin tone is a little off. I don't know, I feel like it's dark, but it's not really dark. Like, give you guys an idea, that's what Dante looks like in the movie. And, like, I don't know, I feel like this is just a little bit too dark for me. Maybe if it was like a lighter brown, it would have been better. But anyway, he's got some nice little printing on there, and just reuses the hound piece, which works for me. Now, as for Miguel, he does have an exclusive minifigure base plate that says Disney 100. And I'm assuming that these are probably going to be the same for the rest of the packs. So that's pretty cool that we got exclusive printing on the base plates, which isn't a common thing for a lot of the Disney CMFs. Anywho, he does have 2 heads for you to swap out, as well as a guitar, which is iconic for him. But yeah, no, he's got 2 heads, one of them being from his Day of the Dead makeup look. So he's double-sided facial print on that side, so that's pretty cool. Like the arm printing. He's even got mid-legs, so I'm liking that. But if you decide you don't want to have that head put on, that's fine. You can swap it out for the extra head that is included, which just has a regular smile, but there is a double-sided face to it, where he looks like he's pretty happy, which is good. I think that reflects the character really well. And if I'm not mistaken, I do think this is a new color that is currently exclusive just to this minifigure for that hood piece. So that's pretty cool stuff. Now, in terms of if you're trying to figure out what this minifigure is as like a field guide of sorts, I would say try and feel for Dante, as well as the guitar, and then the dead giveaway is just the 2 extra minifigure heads. But yeah, let's move on to our next pack, shall we? Alright, pack number 2. Let's see, who did we get? Oh, okay. It's another Coco figure. Awesome. Let's build him up and have a closer look at him, shall we? So here we have Ernesto De La Cruz, the main villain in Coco, which is from Disney Pixar. Oh man, you guys know I love my Pixar Lego stuff, and this is definitely a must-have for my collection. Maybe your guys' too, especially with the detailing on this figure. Like, based on the images, that doesn't do it justice having it in person. Like, you got some very shiny, reflective material for printing right there on the arms and the legs from the looks of it, so it's really cool. It's not often we get side leg printing nowadays. Now, you do get the main guitar. I kind of wish they would have thrown in another inclusion for Miguel's grandfather, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, because I feel like he would be a cool inclusion too. But maybe if we get a Coco set, that'd be nice, or another CMF line. But anyway, nice exclusive guitar, just this figure, and the printing on this figure, again, it doesn't do justice enough for the images. So yeah, we got a nice little exclusive hair hat combo piece, which is really highly detailed. I like that. It's probably the most obvious way to identify this minifigure is that piece in terms of a field guide, as well as the guitar. And he does have a double-sided facial expression, so he's got a little bit of an angry villain laugh going on there. So I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not much else to say about this figure. Let's move on to our next pack, shall we? Alrighty, third pack. Who do we got? Oh, Pinocchio. Awesome. So here is Pinocchio. Same display stand, and overall, I think they captured this figure overall pretty well. He's got some dual molded arms, and he's got some short mid legs with some printing on the side there. Now, on my copy, you can kind of see right there that the printing kind of went through on the inside of the legs a little bit, but that's fine. That's just me being a little nitpicky. Now, he does have a little printed minifigure translucent headpiece, which is supposed to represent Cleo, if I'm remembering correctly, is a fishbowl. So that's cool. You got a print of her, as well as the little castle for her to sleep in, so that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of a feel guide for this figure, similar to Miguel, he does have 2 minifigure heads. Only difference being is LEGO's tried something different here. They've actually molded on a nose, and you can kind of tell how that was done. The nose is actually a rubbery material, and it kind of reflects the minifigure a little bit, because up close, if you look, there is some sort of color difference. Maybe it's not showing up well on camera, but in person, there is a little bit of a color difference. But anyway, in terms of a feel guide, look for the 2 heads, and then just see if there's a little point sticking out on one of the heads. That's the best way to feel for this figure. But you do have a unique little hair hat combo piece, and that looks really cool and well represented in Lego form. So yeah, really cool figure nonetheless. Don't really have any complaints for it. Although I guess maybe an inclusion of Figaro the cat, but that could have been included with Jiminy Cricket. Anyway, let's move on to our 4th pack, shall we? All right, pack number 4. Oh, nice. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Here we have Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. This is by far, in my opinion, the perfect inclusion for a 100th anniversary of Disney minifigure selection, because there's not really a set I feel he could really fit into in this look. And it is that classic look for when he first appeared in the original cartoon. And I think no, it doesn't really tell you, but it does have a printed tile. It says Oswald Act 2 Take 1. That's a cool printed tile. Unnecessary. They could have just included the figure as is, and that would have been okay for me. It does have a uniquely molded head and some dual molded legs, which currently are unique but could be used elsewhere, like the inclusion of a printed tail. Overall, just a perfect inclusion for something that you're trying to celebrate 100 years of Disney for. You gotta include Oswald. Anyway, not much else to say about this figure. In terms of a feel guide, just feel for the head. And then just the tile for confirmation, but the head's pretty straightforward for a molded piece. Let's move on to our 5th pack. All right, pack number 5. Who do we got? I don't know why I'm being so careful. I already ripped it apart. Oh, yes. Stitch. Here we have Stitch in his 626 experiment outfit. Oh, man, I love this figure. It's definitely good that we got him back. This piece definitely is a reuse from the first Disney CMF, but the only difference being he's got squinting-looking eyes. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Stitch looks like he's consumed something what makes him feel a little out of this world, if you catch my drift. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, we do have the reintroduction of a double-armed molded arm piece, if that makes sense, which was only used in a Star Wars figure for the Solo movie. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Feel free to tell me in the comment section down below what that name of that character is. But anyway, we got it in a nice red with some nice arm printing, so that's a really cool introduction there. Not gonna lie. And we do have some toe printing right there for Stitch, if I can get you guys to see a little bit right there. It doesn't kind of transfer over to the side of the legs, unfortunately, but hey, this figure's already pretty cool nonetheless already. Now, I will admit, I'm being a little bit nitpicky here. I wish that they would have included the 4 guns instead of the 2, because if I remember correctly, in the movie, he has 4 guns instead of 2, but it's fine. Pretty cool, solid figure nonetheless. In terms of a field guide, definitely just feel for the torso, and then, or the head if you feel confident enough, but feeling for the torso, and then just looking if the torso arms feel a little bit funny, like there's 2 limbs there, then boom, you got yourself a Stitch. Anyway, let's look at our final pack. Alrighty, final pack, guys. We got any guesses? Alright, I'm gonna give you guys 2 seconds. Write down in the comment section down below, who do you think is the last pack? Alright, we ready? Ready, guys? Alright, let's find out. Sorcerer Mickey. So we have the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey Mouse figure, and this is a pretty cool looking figure, not gonna lie. I like it, I like it. Do you have some dual molded printing legs? Now, the printing on my copy of the figure doesn't look all the best in terms of that coat trails, but it's good enough, I guess. Anywho, he does have a bucket and a mop, which is iconic for where this figure is based on, which is, I believe, Fantasia 2000, or the Sorcerer's Apprentice clip. Anyway, the bottom of the broom is actually a new piece, if I'm not mistaken, where it has a stud, so I guess if you wanted to make it look like the broom was moving about on its own, that is entirely possible. So that's pretty cool. You get 2 new pieces with this. And as for Mickey, again, he's got a nice, unique, big head with the Sorcerer's hat on there. Pretty cool. Not transferred well in minifigure form. Kind of wish there would have been some printing on the side of the arms there, because you got some star designs on the torso and even on the legs. Kind of wish it would have been a little bit on the arms too. Maybe that's a bit asking much, but with Lego, with these highly detailed figures, come on, why not? Now, best in terms of a feel guide, best way to feel for is for these little handle pieces, as you do get 2 of them, one of them being the extra. And I guess just the big, weird head. Like, if you felt a minifigure of Mickey before, just look for that pointed nose, and you basically got yourself a Mickey, as well as that bucket handle. But yeah, not much else to say about these figures. Let's have a look at the checklist for other figures you can collect. So included in every Disney CMF is a checklist, or just CMF in general, is a checklist of minifigures to collect. I think it's a pretty solid lineup of figures, just not the entire wave is one that appeals to me. So, of course, I picked out the ones that appeal to me the most. But, yeah, on the opposite side, it just tells you how to assemble Sorcerer Mickey, Baymax, and the Evil Queen, as well as Dr. Facilier, if I'm pronouncing that right. But, yeah, pretty solid minifigure lineup nonetheless. So yeah, if you want, you can take this checklist with you on the go if you want to help you look for these figures in store like me. So yeah, overall, in terms of Disney 100th anniversary Lego sets, this is probably the best thing to add to your collection to pick from. The Lego sets, in my opinion, don't normally stand out as much as the CMFs do, and these figures I've got for myself, I think, are probably the best in the series. That's just me, though. Now, there's, of course, some flaws with some figures here and there, but overall, they're a pretty solid lineup, and for the other figures, they're okay looking too, but again, I don't have them. I don't think I will get them, but they look cool nonetheless. For the price you're getting, you definitely are getting some detailed minifigures with some exclusive prints, although, again, issues with some more than others, but besides that, I definitely recommend picking up some of these figures, because again, it's 100th anniversary of Disney. Why not? At the very least, try and go for Mickey and Oswald, I'd say, if you're trying to go for any, maybe even Stitch. I feel like those 3 are like the very much going to be sought after, as well as Pinocchio, but meh, I don't know. Yeah, really solid lineup. Definitely like them all. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below, though. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this quick review, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you all in a future video. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.